I picked this up for you specifically, Kay. I want to know, for somebody who's played on the defensive side of the ball, how difficult it is. I'm going to put this up again. He played 55 offensive snaps and 69 defensive snaps. How difficult is it to play both sides of the ball and for that many plays in football?
It's unheard of. Like, there's only few people. It doesn't happen in the pros for a reason. And when it was about to happen, they limit your snaps on offense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't be the best that we have at both positions, bro. Like, when the competition gets, the more levels up you go, you're not gonna be the best receiver and the best cornerback on your team. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? You're just not. It's just top class athletes that's gonna be on your team, and you're not going to be the best at both positions. But the fact that he's doing it right now, let's just speak to the fact that he's doing it right now at this level is absolutely, and at the level that he's doing it, because on this team, he is one of the best receivers on his team. Hands down, route running, he is one of the best receivers on Colorado. One of the best receivers on Colorado. And he is the best defensive back on their team. And don't play with him, because he's going to pick that off. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna run the route for the receiver, and he'll pick it off. That just stands to his IQ, to his focus, to his everything. Like the kid's a beast. The kid is an absolute beast. The durability to stay on the field and not be tired, to be running up and down. Like, you're constantly running, man. Wow. He's different.
So I would agree with you, and this is my next question before you respond real quick, E. Is there a world that you believe? Because I actually have confidence in this. Because in this day and age, it's a lot of things about breaking records and shit like that, a first time for everything. I think he'll be drafted and play both sides of the ball. Now, my question is, as you said, they limit the snaps. Is there a world where you could see him playing 10 offensive snaps but 20 defensive snaps?
No. Let's make this clear. He's going to be drafted as a cornerback. When he comes to the NFL, his prime thing is going to be to lock receivers up, okay? Because there's not a lot of cornerbacks that has his intelligence and his route running and just his IQ, and it's only going to get better. So they're going to draft him to be a cornerback, and he's going to be a starting cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to go to play defense, because there's elite wide receivers right now inside the NFL, where we need people who could stop them and cover them. You know what I'm saying? You think about all the receivers who just got the bag this off season. You got Tariq Hill. You got
no. We'll get to that. Calm down. Let's stick on subject.
He's gonna get paid. I mean, they're gonna want him to cover people, because he's an elite cover guy. And the fact that he literally plays offense too, I can see him starting the game and playing defense, but they'll put him in for some gadget plays. You know what I'm saying? They'll put him in for some plays on the offensive side. Just like our Prime was. Think about Deion Sanders himself. Think about Prime himself. He was the best cornerback, and they gave him an opportunity to play a few snaps on offense. You know what I'm saying?
And that was off kickoffs, though. He didn't do receiving, did he?
Yes, he did. Don't play with. Yes, he did do receiving, and he did take reverses, and he did play offensive snaps.
Yeah.
I remember the reverses. I don't remember actually seeing him do a route, so that's why I was asking.
You're bugging. Atlanta Cowboys. You're bugging. You're bugging. Atlanta was his team. He did what he wanted to do in Atlanta. Forget later on with the Cowboys and all that. When he was in Atlanta, he did what he wanted to do. Coach, put me in the game right now. And they put him in. What you talking about?
Okay.
Him and Andre Rison and him, they was best friends. And then Deion started to play offense. And you know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah,
I don't disagree.
Go ahead, E. Go ahead, E. Before I go, go ahead.
I don't disagree fully with Carl. The way that boy is looking at wide receiver, he could go at wide receiver. if he looks like this all season, he could go at wide receiver. If he look, nigga, the plays he made week 1, if he looks like that all season, he's gonna go as a wide receiver, and then they're gonna put him at cornerback. But my only thing for this, Deion found his protege. You know, Deion Sanders is my favorite fucking NFL player ever. He found his protege, and that nigga is living up to that shit every second of the day. Every second of the day. This nigga got 2 sons that play for the team, and his protege is the
star.
He's the illest nigga out here right now. Listen, so I don't disagree with K. But if he plays wide receiver like he's been playing wide receiver, he could go as a wide receiver.
I feel you right now. You're a prisoner of the moment. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that we're
I'm
going
saying if he plays it like this whole season.
But I've seen him, like I've been watching him from last year, and I remember some of the interceptions that I seen him make last year. Like when I think about him right now, the first thing that pops in my mind isn't the catches he just made. It's how he been locking people up and some of the picks that he made, like diving interceptions. Like, stop playing with me, give me that. Like, he's going to show you, he's going to remind you how good he is at cornerback.
No, listen, you know me. I'm a D-back wide receiver. That is my role in the NFL. So what I'm saying is, the truth is, I said this earlier. These niggas don't know what they doing. Somebody's going to drive him right or wrong. Cornerback, wide receiver. Like, that's another part of the point. But you're right. I love Travis Hunter. He's my favorite college football player. That nigga is, man.
How do you not watch Colorado for him and watch him? It's like you want to see him fail.
Right.
When Prime put him on that pedestal, the world wanted to see him fail. They want to see him get cooked. They want to see him drop passes. They want to prove they don't want him to be, you know what I'm saying? But he's
what he is.
And he is.
What he is.
But he is. Yo, kid's amazing.
Listen, I wanted to say real quick, that hot take, I believe we're going to see something new in the NFL. And when I mean new, I'm glad Kay reminded me, because it's, you know, I was around for that time. I'm glad Kay reminded me that Deion did play some offensive snaps. I forgot about that for a minute, but the reality is, I think we're going to see a two-way player, a full-time two-way player in the NFL. But I do believe it's not going to be nowhere close to the numbers that we saw. I think it's going to be like 10, 20. I think it's going to be 30 defensive snaps and 15 offensive. And I don't think, this is just my opinion, because, you know, you don't really get a chance, full power of decision of who drafts you. But I think this is going to be a selling point for Travis Hunter, that they know I'm coming in and I want to play both sides of the ball. And whoever drafts me has to be able to allow that to happen. So I think this is going to set a precedent. I think it's going to be the first time we see it to the level in which we see it. And shout out to him making that happen and seeing it and seeing it through.
Let me say something.
Also, shout out to Shedeur, because he's another person on that team that's just been playing amazing as a quarterback. His 2-minute drill's been looking to make, like, you could tell he works with Brady or his mechanics and everything out there. But the fact that he has the legs that he can run, it's just I don't know. I just enjoy seeing him do what he does. You get what I'm saying? Especially as a Sander, so poised in this, that, and the third. But yeah, both them young boys is gonna have a hell of a season. If this first game was any indication.
I want to say one thing before you close this topic. I want to say something. Remember Devin Hester.
Yeah, I remember Devin Hester.
Remember Devin Hester. Special teams, offense, and defense. So just remember Devin Hester. So what you're saying is an absolute fact. The smartest person, the smartest GM is going to snag him and play him that way. But Deion is also, which is why I love Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders already implemented on this nigga. Like, listen, you tell them niggas what you want to do, and you tell them if they don't draft, you draft me based on this. Put this in your contract. Deion Sanders is molding this man. The reason Travis Hunter didn't even come out last year, Deion Sanders is molding these men. Listen.
To make you up. Mm-hmm.
When I come out, I want to play. If this is what you want, I want to play both sides of the field. I want to play offense and defense. If you're not going to draft me and do that, we're going to do what Eli Manning did, and you're going to say, yo, I'm not going to this team. Deion already knows the power that these young boys have. His son is not going to go to a team that he doesn't want, and Travis Hunter is not going to go to – if Travis Hunter wants to play both sides of the field, if he wants to play, he's going to go to a team that's going to draft him that he's going to play both sides of the field. Because Deion Sanders already said, trust me, I got this. If you don't want to play both sides of the field, you let them niggas know.
Yeah.
Nigga,
we'll see.
You know what's crazy, K? You know what's crazy? You say, yeah, all right, right? But San Diego was supposed to draft Eli Manning, and he.
I don't know what y'all listening to. It happens. Deion did it. It's not like he's going to be the first person to ever do it. They would allow him to play cornerback and then give him some snaps of offense. It's not like, oh my gosh, no. Okay, we'll do that. Any team with any GM or anybody who wants him, that's not going to stop them from drafting him. They see what he does. They notice. All right, you're going to play cornerback, and we're going to give you a few offensive snaps. Cool.
No. So, okay, the only reason why I even brought this up as a topic is because he's a lead at both sides of the ball, right? And so
he's not going to
no. I get that. My point, I just want to make the point so we can move on, which is that because he could be drafted at either position for how good he is. Think of a bum ass team that doesn't have a top wide receiver or I'm just saying I'm paraphrasing, but if you think of a team that doesn't have an elite corner but also doesn't have a top wide, has issues at the receiver. Hester wasn't the best receiver on the team. Deion wasn't, you said Andre Rison, so he's like, I'm gonna get a few snaps. I think he's so good at both sides
to the New York Giants
that it'll be at a level.
He could come to the New York Giants right now and be
the second receiver, the second receiver and the best cornerback.
So we ain't even got to go that far to look for a team. We're right here in New York.
Yeah. Okay. So you agree he will get a lot if he got drafted to the Giants next to Neighbors, right? You could agree that he would get more than a few snaps at receiver.
Brian Daboll